Baby, do you understand me now? Sometimes I feel a little mad, but don't you know that no one alive can always be an angel? When things go wrong, I seem to be bad, but I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
The delightful taste of English tea. It's David, and
this isn't Phil.
Ryan's back.
Just standing in for him though.
Phil's away on business for the week. I believe he's a hitman. So Ryan's covering his tracks. Filling his shoes even.
I've got nothing to do with that hitman business.
It's two guys, one garage.
Two guys, one garage, huh?
Two guys, one garage. Two guys, one garage. It's
two guys in a fucking shed, like.
It's two guys, one garage. And this evening we're going to be talking about movies. Join in.
Have thoughts like any other one. Sometimes I find myself alone, regretting some foolish thing, some little sinful thing I've done. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
So Ryan's with us, well, with me.
Quaking in me boots, you know.
No, Phil's away for the week, so we just thought we'd fill his shoes.
Well, I'll try.
With Ryan the science guy.
That's me, PhD.
Well, how does it feel to be back?
I'm quite excited. I think it's a bit weird actually. It's
why?
Because Phil's not here.
Yeah.
It was a trio and now it's not.
Phil, he's not treading on your toes. He's just
no, Phil, please no. If you're listening.
But there is one thing I want to talk about.
Go on, David.
Titanosaur.
Titanosaur.
Me and Ryan love dinosaurs.
This excited me exponentially.
Yeah. Discovery of the biggest dinosaur, or the biggest thing on Earth, is that right?
Yeah, the biggest thing ever to roam the Earth, actually.
Wow.
So we're talking about Titanosaur. Was discovered in Argentina in May, right? I'm going to get some bits and pieces up about it now, but it weighs 77 tons, as much as like 14 African elephants, and it's, I think, 25% the size of the previous one that was discovered.
Which was
Argentinosaurus Rex. No, Argentinosaurus.
It's essentially just like a giant sort of
like Brachiosaurus type thing,
Brachiosaurus diplodocus looking thing. It's just a huge herbivore. But hang on a minute, if they said dinosaurs had feathers, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine something that big with feathers?
Can you imagine the fucking quill you could use back then? That's what you've got to be thinking about.
That would be some big ass quill.
And you'd have to have a big ass parchment as well, wouldn't you? So yeah, it was about. So let's go with some facts. 100 million years old, right? Fossilized bones found in La Flecha, Argentina. The far south, about 20 meters tall. So like the height of 4 giraffes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
and it's sorry, excuse me.
That's fine.
And it's I'm filling in for Phil, definitely now.
Smoke his cough.
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't smoke, but Phil's got to smoke stuff.
Cigarettes. There you go. Yeah, so it's 20 meters tall, and like an average human being would be the size. There, he's got the picture there. It would be the size of its femur, thigh bone. For those of you who don't know. Yeah, 77 tons. I can't believe it. It's actually incomprehensible.
It really is. I mean, how much does a one African elephant weigh? Do you know?
Well, it doesn't. It says it weighs 77 tons, and the same as like 14 African elephants. So I'm not really that good with maths. So like 5.5 tons per elephant.
Wow.
So that's kind of
So this thing's essentially the height of, as tall as a church, if not bigger.
Yeah. Well, 20 meters tall is pretty flipping high, like, isn't it? So pretty fucking high.
I can't even comprehend being there in that time. Cretaceous period, that's right, isn't it?
What is it? Oh, I don't even know.
I'm sure it was the Cretaceous.
Well, 100 million years ago would have been round about that time, wouldn't it?
Walking around in that on our world. Well, it's not our world, but on this planet back then, with dinosaurs, creatures that big walking around. the type of foliage that would be around, just the habitats and things. It would be amazing. It'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
Oh, I mean, how big would its head? Its head would be like the size of a car or something, you know?
Mad.
Oh, yeah, Cretaceous period. You're dead right. Yeah, and it's if you want to go and see it, by the way, it's in the Museum of Paleontology in Egidio for. Anyway, we'll probably put the link up or something because I can't really pronounce it and I don't want to embarrass myself. But yeah, Argentinosaurus.
Where did your love of dinosaurs start? Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah. Same here.
We can come on to the new Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic World.
I don't know much about it, Jurassic World, but anyway.
I know a little bit. I know who's in it. It's Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
I don't even know who they are.
Bryce Dallas Howard was in The Lady in the Water. She was in Terminator Salvation. Chris Pratt's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, the lead. Oh, the lead. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I know who he is.
But the strange thing is with this one, obviously you had the first Jurassic Park. It's kind of similar story because the first Jurassic Park you had them going there before the park was open to the public. They were testing it pretty much. Then the Lost World,
like Richard Attenborough was like, with his stick and stuff. Yeah.
And then in the Lost World, they go back to because they want to build a park in San Diego or something, so they go back to try and catch dinosaurs and bring them back.
Yeah.
Then Jurassic Park 3 is a heap of shit, so we ignore that.
But what the fuck, right, happened, right? The weirdest part of Jurassic Park, right? When the fat guy who got spit in his eyes, by the Dilophosaurus, right? He got spat in the eyes, right? And then that can of all the DNA just got covered in the sludge in the river. Can you remember? And I was like, oh, that's Jurassic Park 2, that. And then that was never mentioned again, that.
No, and the funny thing was, Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, that was a different island.
Yeah, it was. Because it made like two parts.
5, I think.
5, was it?
It was 5 islands, yeah. But obviously they were only in 2 films because Jurassic Park 3's The Lost World's island again.
Yeah.
Isla Nublar is the one from Jurassic Park, the original, and Isla Sorna is from The Lost World, number 3.
Okay.
And Jurassic World, I'm not sure which of the islands it's on, but it's a theme park. It's about a theme park that's up. Wait, I say theme park. It's about like Jurassic Park, but it's up and running. So people are going there. People are visiting. So it's set. It's like an attraction. So I don't know if they're going to escape again, or apparently there's going to be a new dinosaur, which is kind of like being genetically modified or something like that.
They would have had to do some shit like that, wouldn't they?
I just hope they don't fuck it up.
They're gonna fuck it up. They always do things like that. I'm worried for the new Star Wars films. I really fucking am, because Disney are shit, mate.
Yeah.
Look what they've done with Marvel. They're just shoving it down our throats constantly. You know what I mean?
What do we know about the new Star Wars though?
Fucking that there's not much really. That the old ones are going to be in it, like Harrison Ford and stuff.
Yeah, it's got the original cast. Be in it. Yeah.
But J.J. Abrams,
he's good.
I think he is good. A lot of people don't like him.
Really?
There's loads of like Star Wars proper fanboys and fangirls saying, "Oh, I hope he doesn't fuck it up like he fucked up Star Trek." I thought Star Trek was okay.
I thought Star Trek was good as well.
But then again, I'm not a Star Trek fanboy.
I'm not a Trekkie.
So I'm not a Trekkie.
But he's bringing back in the original cast, which I suppose some people want, and he's using practical effects, which George Lucas just like totally abandoned.
Did he?
Yeah, well, he just used CGI and green screen. George Lucas, and like not so much in Phantom Menace, but Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. A lot of that was filmed on green screen. J.J. Abrams is doing a lot of like location shooting and physical effects.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings was a lot like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, compared to Hobbit, because they built a huge like Hobbit sets, didn't they? Did you ever see those? For Hobbiton?
Well, you know not for Hobbiton. You know, like when you get the extended editions, I've got the DVDs, right? And you've got like 2 discs of like 8 hours of footage of all behind the scenes shit, right? Mm-hmm. And you go in and you have a look at it, and they've built like these sets, like I don't know where it was again, but they built like massive trees, and I'm sure it was the end part.
Oh, Fangorn.
Yeah, Fangorn Forest. Yeah, I'm sure they did that for it. But they did it on loads of different scenes. But I know Hobbiton was out on in the grassland.
The films. Well, it was. That was. I don't think it was many like just sort of green screen sets.
Maybe it was a set because of like the ends, because you can't really get an end, can you?
Not really. They had. They did a lot of location work and a lot of like location building. Because you know Edoras, where King Theoden is in the Rohan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was built on that hill.
Yeah, it was, and they left it there, didn't they? Oh, they didn't.
No,
they
they
didn't.
took it down. It looks.
Sorry, yes, they did. Yeah, you're right.
They took it back, and it looks like it was never there, and like never there.
That's what they said. They had to do that.
Mhm.
Apparently, the people, whatever, the New Zealand government,
Something to do with the countryside. And
I don't know why they fucking did that.
but the problem with the Hobbit films is, in my opinion, there's not enough of that practical sets. Like the practical sets, it's a lot more, because the Hobbit was filmed on digital cameras and it wasn't filmed on film like Lord of the Rings was.
Mhm.
It hasn't got that gritty feel to it. It feels very finished.
Yeah,
like polished.
Like, because it would have been difficult to like when they go down in the caves with the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
That's difficult to film like on a set, isn't it?
Oh, they did it for the first one.
And I suppose,
Fellowship.
yeah, that's a very good point.
A lot of people are saying and accusing Peter Jackson of doing like a George Lucas. You know,
He's gone all George Lucas on our ass.
Because you've got the original trilogy of Star Wars films, and then when he came back and he did the new ones, he kind of completely changed his style, and it's all CGI.
Because I thought that about it when I'm sorry for those of you who haven't seen The Hobbit, by the way.
Spoilers.
You know when they're going down and they escape from all the goblins, right? And it just looks all fake. Like,
yeah.
I know it's fucking hell, goblins are fake and they're not real. I'm not that stupid. But it just all looked fake. Whereas Lord of the Rings felt real. It felt as though you could be there and it was believable. But this seems like more like, I don't know, is it meant to be for kids?
Well, they say that The Hobbit's more of a light-hearted book, because Lord of the Rings is all about war, and The Hobbit's more like about getting treasure back. But they're still kind of making it more like quite serious, so they can't really use that excuse.
Yeah, well, but anyway, I feel it felt more fake, and like,
yeah,
I couldn't believe that. I don't know, when they were bouncing in the barrels and stuff and fighting and stuff like that, I just thought, oh, fucking hell, man.
The barrel scene was a bit. Well, no, it was totally over the top. That scene wasn't even meant to be in the film, because you know how they split them into 3 films.
Right.
The second film was, I think, the first film was meant to end when they first meet Bard. You know, when he's got the bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's where the first film was meant to end, when it was going to be 2.
On this, right?
And that barrel scene was
So
never meant to be like that.
See, this is why I think Peter Jackson's getting his shit, isn't he? They're getting his shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
For splitting into 3 films. Because it's a tiny fucking book, man.
It's a really small book. I can see why they've bolted out, because they're connecting it with Lord of the Rings with the
and the appendices
Sauron.
and all that, and Sauron and all that sort of shit, and Saruman's in it, and Galadriel and all that sort of crap. But sorry, I don't buy it. Don't buy it.
But having said that, I can't wait for the new one.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go and see it.
I can't wait for this.
Still going to get his money.
Mm-hmm. Peter, you can have me cash.
But I was really disappointed, Peter.
Were you disappointed with it?
Nah, not really. I was
a bit like.
It was okay. I did think there were some scenes where I thought, fuck's sake.
It was just some scenes I watch and I think, well, I watch it on a regular basis. I've only seen the second one once and the first one twice. But sometimes I watch The Hobbit and I think, Peter, you could have done that better. I mean, just look at Lord of the Rings. Go back to your old films, watch them,
and just do the same again, because that's what everyone wanted.
You can't grumble with Lord of the Rings. I mean, you look at them now and parts of the films do look quite old. But it's I think it stands the test of time, because it's a good, solid.
Going back to Star Wars, it's exactly the same. I watched the Star Wars, right? Even if I watched the unremastered, if you know what I mean, versions of Star Wars.
It hasn't been touched up.
Yeah, and like when you go to Cloud City and you can't see the clouds in the background and stuff like that. That's brilliant. Still,
really good,
absolutely fantastic.
I think Empire Strikes Back's one of the best films. Well, one of my favourite films for sure.
One of the best films of all time, David.
It's really good. It's just that the entire tone of that film. I think Return of the Jedi is a little bit too daft in places, and the first Star Wars is kind of. It's good, but Empire Strikes Back is just kind of.
It was the intro, wasn't it? A New Hope. The intro was.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is how it's going to go down, and like.
But it's exactly the same with the Batman films.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's the best.
Mm-hmm. By a mile.
My
favourite film.
Mile.
My favourite film ever, by the way. The Dark Knight.
Brilliant film. So, but I can't say that about the second Hobbit film. I just thought it was it was better, but it was more of the same.
This last one, the Battle of the Five Armies, needs to blow the shit out of the water. To really thing it back for the fans, I think, because I don't think it's going to be. Well, it was never going to be as big as Lord of the Rings. No. But it still needs to be epic.
Do you know what's quite? It's like what's quite unimpressive about the marketing of these Hobbit films, because they changed it from 2 to 3 films, they totally fucked it up. Because all the marketing was all set out. So they had toys that were meant to be coming out and posters that were coming out when the first Hobbit came out, with loads of the shit they had to take back. Because there was characters like Tauriel and Legolas that weren't in the first film, so they had to take the toys back off the market, change the names and things.
Because Orlando Bloom, by the way, he's a legend.
He is a legend.
Justin Bieber, that is class. Orlando Bloom would have really the fans would have got a hard on for him, wouldn't they, for the first film if he was if he was in it. You know what I mean?
The thing with Legolas is he was only meant to be a cameo, and then he's been totally fleshed down to a pretty permanent character in the Hobbit series. Because
I think he's Peter Jackson's dropped his bait. He said he's fucking thought, oh fuck, this is not going down as with the fans as well as I thought. Because he's a fan himself. You know what I mean? He's a fan himself, and surely he doesn't want to fuck it up.
But he has a question.
Go on then.
They fucked up the marketing again for the last film because they changed the name. Now, why'd they change the name from There and Back Again to the Battle of the Five Armies? Because they've had to redo the posters. The trailer was pushed right back. It's only just came out like a week ago. And the film's out in a few months' time.
I think this is another Peter Jackson's bait has dropped again. He's dropped his arse. He's thought, fucking hell.
That means he shit himself.
Yeah, shit himself. Oh. So I think what he's done is, right, he's wanted it to be, There and Back Again, the Desolation of Smaug, and whatever, and he's wanted it to be that because that's the chapters in the book, and that's how it is, and that's staying true to the Tolkien type thing. But because the fans have not ganged up on him, I wouldn't say, because I don't think it's gone that far yet.
No, I don't think so.
But they are. He's a fan himself, and he's thinking to himself, this isn't really as good as it should have been.
He's probably thinking,
he needs to. The Battle of the Five Armies.
He's got to get people's interest.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's some people who would watch them first 2 films, who aren't fans of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and things, and wouldn't have went to see the third one because of the way the first 2 turned out.
I'm really surprised that the first Hobbit didn't get as much attention as it should have done because of the success of Lord of the Rings. But maybe it was left too long.
Maybe.
Because Return of the King came out in 2003.
And so this was, what was it, 2012, was it?
That was 2012, The Hobbit came out, the first one. Yeah.
And then 2013, exactly.
Maybe they left it too long and people just kind of, I don't want to say forgot, but maybe people moved on, sort of, maybe.
I don't know. I know you're always going to have those Lord of the Rings fanatics.
Oh, it's without a doubt,
You're always going to have them. But yeah, for the people who like the, the neutral parties type of thing, they are going to forget about it. Do you know what I mean? There's been loads, I think, films like that.
The thing is, though,
where the sequels have taken too long and stuff, and
like Sin City, the second. I mean,
I loved the first one, by the way. I thought it was
one of my favourite films. The second one does look good. It does look good, but I think again they've waited far too long to bring the second one out because the first one came out in 2005, and now we're in 2014.
That is a long time.
It's nearly 10 years later, and it's just.
And there's a couple of same characters in, like Jessica Alba's in it.
She doesn't look like she's aged though. She looks good
at all. Not at
really
all.
Good.
But it was computers. You know what they do with computers, Dave.
No, but I think they were meant to be doing the second Sin City back in 2006, 2007. It was mentioned.
What happened there then?
I don't know. They wanted Johnny Depp for I think they wanted Johnny Depp for the role that. What's he called?
Josh Brolin.
No, not Josh Brolin. He was in Batman.
What, the first one?
No, he was in The Dark Knight Rises. Played Robin.
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yes.
They wanted. Johnny Depp for his role, but I don't know why. But whatever.
Talking about getting on the films, by the way, I thought Transcendence. Have you ever seen Transcendence?
I've never seen it, but I heard about it.
That's quite good. It is quite good, but can I just say, Johnny Depp was shit.
Was he shit?
Really shit. There would have been. If someone else had played him, it would have been much better.
Would it?
Oh yes.
It's
just so It
was daft, was it?
Uncharismatic and just this horrible drawl he had about his character was just shit, and I just thought, oh yeah, you fucking doing me head in now. if it wasn't that it was such a good storyline, I would have just switched the fucker off. And that I didn't have anything else to watch.
I wasn't interested in seeing that.
No, it's because of the science and technology thing about it. Basically, what happens is spoiler alert. He since you're not going to watch it, he gets shot because basically what he's made a quantum computer. We're talking about quantum computers on the last podcast, right?
Yeah.
He's designed this quantum computer called PIN. I think it stands for PINN, some sort of shit anyway. And this computer can do fucking everything. It can recognise your face because it can go into social security databases. Kind of, I suppose it's similar to the Watch Dogs thing if you've ever played the game Watch Dogs.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But basically what happens is there's another guy discovered a way to upload a chimp's brain to a computer, and so the chimp had died, and they uploaded his consciousness into a computer, and he was just screaming in this computer, this fucking chimp, and there's this other kind of people who are all against that because it's against the laws of nature and all this sort of thing, and are killing loads of scientists and stuff, and they go to assassinate Johnny Depp, but what it ends up being is the bullet doesn't kill him, but it's laced with plutonium, the bullets, and he's got however long to live. So his wife, who's a genius as well, along with the guy who rescued the film, by the way, what the fuck's his name, the English guy, Paul Bettany, he was brilliant in it. He always is in everything. He rescued the film. They upload his consciousness to this brain, to this computer, this supercomputer. And Johnny Depp just goes absolutely fucking crazy and just wants more power, wants to log on the internet, transferring stocks, making loads of fucking money, and he moves him and his wife out of this because he's still on a computer, by the way. He's just on an iPad. And then he's
fucking stupid.
Yeah, and then he ends up so crazy that these nanobots can repair people's hearts and stuff like that. But as soon as they repaired someone, he can control them because they're all these little nanobots.
Right.
And he's actually harvesting limbs and stuff like that, and he ends up creating himself again.
What?
In the end, they have to thingy this virus because he's gone fucking crazy.
So they kill him. So
they killed the whole thing. They killed everything. But it turns out in the end that these nanobots were building themselves out of pollution and stuff, and it was it was saving the planet and all that sort of shit, and they were fertilizing and it was a good storyline, but Johnny Depp was just shit. Sorry. Wow. I like Johnny Depp, but he was shit.
Apparently they're making another Pirates of the Caribbean.
They are. 2015.
Yeah. How far can they go?
Disney, mate. Disney.
Churning it out.
He's part of the Illuminati.
Oh. Walt Disney. Yeah, me and Phil very briefly discussed the idea of phallic imagery and hidden Illuminati symbolism inside
there's tons in Disney films. Fucking tons in Disney films.
There's loads of rude things in Disney films, is that?
Oh yeah. I've seen
The Little Mermaid, when they get married at the end, he's got an erection.
Yes, and there's the fuck, I can't think of it now because I'm not in that mode, but there is tons.
Jessica Rabbit?
Yes.
I'm sure she flashes her
bit, sorry. Dirty ginger slag.
There's also is it The Adventurers with the two mice?
Yeah.
I think they're on a seagull's back or an eagle's back, and they're going through a city, and they're going past windows, and in one of these windows is an actual picture of a woman with her tits out. But it's not drawn like the rest of the thing, it's an actual still.
Is it? It's a real... Oh, fucking hell. What, Tyler Durden does on...
Yes.
On Fight Club when he puts the cocks in the middle.
That's a film.
That's a fucking
That's a hell of a good film.
Oh, they're talking about a sequel for that as well.
I've seen something about that.
Fuck off, man.
What are they going to put? What are they going to do?
They're just... Because they've got no new things to do. See, that's why I was excited about Transcendence. Because it was something original, something new, something a bit different. And instead of just being... regurgitated shit from fucking 10 years ago, but I'm not saying Fight Club's shit, but it will be shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be.
Of course it will.
On another note, they're making Mad Max films again.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I wasn't feeling it.
It
looks a bit daft. I couldn't get a storyline from just watching the trailer. It just seemed like...
one of them trailers, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
so you just don't have a clue what's going on.
I mean, is Charlize Theron is she the protagonist, or is she on Tom Hardy's side, or...
Don't know.
Because you can't fucking tell.
No idea. No one speaks in the trailer.
They're remaking American Psycho. You know about that, don't you?
No.
Yeah.
Who's going to be this?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. There's no new news on it, so it might not. They might have stopped it. But
no, there's nothing.
No.
That 50 Shades of Grey trailer. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Grey will see you now.
That's a cash cow right there. The books have sold X amount of money. Women love them. In a way, you know, it became a trend because women were just like, oh, well, I'll read that because it's kind of... I think it was like...
Oh, we don't want women. We don't watch porn. No. We just read the fuck out of it.
Well, exactly. But I think women were reading it thinking, oh, you've got that book, I'll get this book. It was kind of like a trending thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the women will start reading it. It's probably a pile of shit, the book, to be honest.
My lass seemed to like it.
And then
I'm sure she fucking did.
In less than a couple of years, they managed to get a film made with some pretty unknown...
I think that's the only way I think that's the only way they could have done it, because if they'd have put some stars in, it would have fucked their careers up.
Yes, I think the film will be a pile of shit. I think that the women that go and see it, who aren't movie critics, are going to watch it and think it's the best thing since sliced bread. But in terms of an actual film, I bet it's a pile of dog shit.
Well, do you know who turned the role down of Christian Grey?
Yes, it was... Sons
of Anarchy and stuff.
Yeah, he was in Pacific Rim. What was it called?
Charlie Hunnam, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Geordie, him, actually.
Why did he turn it down? Do you think it was too much of a gamble?
I think because of that exact reason, that if it is flops and it's a pile of shit, he'll just be Christian Grey, who is shit.
So they've got this bloke who's a model, and he hasn't done much acting work as far as I'm aware. And they've got
he'll probably be shit.
He'll probably be shit, yeah.
And like, she's pretty unknown as well, isn't she?
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you now, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I doubt it. I think the film would be shit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like...
It's not an original story. They've churned it out so quick to make
Depends
money.
how many sex scenes are in it.
Well, that's what I said as well when they were talking about, like, dirty fucker. When they were talking about... we're filming. Oh, God. Right there. Yeah. Come on, then. When they were talking about casting it and they were saying, get Ryan Gosling, get Ian Somerhalder. And
all of them, man.
And I thought, well, hang on a minute. The only way this film will work, if it's based on his book, is if it's got these explicit sex scenes, and no big actors are not gonna risk doing that.
That's why that's part of the reason. I think it could fuck someone's career up. This really, really big, or it could go the other way and take the career off.
Or we'll see.
We'll see.
I've got to take my partner.
I'm on the other side of the fence that this is going to be a big pile of shit. By the way,
yeah, I think it's going to be like Twilight. The fans are going to enjoy it, but movie critics are going to fucking hate it.
Well, that didn't happen in the book.
It's purists.
Yeah, I'm purist. I'm a bit of a purist myself, actually.
Have you seen the new Transformers?
No, haven't yet.
Apparently that's a pile of dog shit as well. Apparently it's just the same as the rest of them. Nothing new. It's different characters, but it's the same shit.
Michael Bay, just fuck off, Michael Bay.
He's got so little tact. His filmmaking style like so. It's like perverted. It's just shit.
It's just pure one-dimensional, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just explosion after explosion after
explosion. Like fucking lights. What do they call that effect when the light comes in and rays?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, like
loves that, doesn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a term for that, and I can't remember it. In terms of film nudity, I'll tell you what I was surprised with. You like this?
Oh, will I?
You know about this, but I was surprised that Scarlett Johansson took that risk and got completely naked for Under the Skin.
Did she do that? Did she?
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, no wonder it was #1 on IMDb.
Apparently, it's like an indie film. It's kind of like low key.
Yeah.
It's meant to be really good and really surreal. But that's a hell of a gamble for her to take. I mean, she's in Marvel films. She's like a really high rated actress at the minute.
She couldn't give a fuck, could she?
And now she's just getting a bit so. A boobs and a bush. Did enjoy it.
Huh?
I said I did enjoy it. The parts I've seen. Haven't seen
just the naked parts.
Just the naked parts though.
It was pretty good up to that point. Then I stopped.
It seems like quite a good film though. I'm into stuff like that.
Good concept. I like the concept of that Lucy film as well that they're in.
I think that'll be kind of more like a straight up action film, but it does look quite good.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
The week that film came out. By the way, Lucy's about you only access 10% of your brain, so if you access all of it, you can like control things with your mind and like learn like Chinese in a day and shit.
Basically, have Jedi mind powers.
Yeah, but what they learn is that humans don't actually use just 10% of their brains; they actually use like all of it. So it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, Luc Besson, you mad French fucker! What are you doing? What are you doing? So, what films are coming out that you're looking forward to then?
What films?
Besides, obviously, The Hobbit and Jurassic World.
Well, I like the Spider-Mans. I think they've been good. I think
I've not seen them.
The Spider-Mans, I think, are good to watch because, well, anything was better than Tobey Maguire. Let's be frank here and honest.
He's a 30-year-old man-child.
And Andrew Garfield's British as well, quintessentially British. So I like these. I like those, and that one's coming out next year. I'm just trying to think. Let's have a deeks at what's coming out, and we'll discuss.
I'm not into Spider-Man as a hero at all. For me, the only superhero I'm really interested in is Batman.
There we go. Batman versus Superman. That's coming out as
2016.
well.
2016. But have you seen the Comic-Con teaser trailer for the film? No, it's actual footage.
No,
it is.
It is.
Have you not seen the trailer?
Oh, I need to be having a look at that.
I'll see if I
We're
can
gonna
find
watch this live, are we? We're doing it live.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. It keeps getting taken off YouTube, so I'll have to look for it elsewhere. But
I've seen the Ben Affleck bum chin mask thing with tiny ears. I've seen that. That looks shit.
you don't like his costume?
Nah, because I've seen the Comic-Con costume as well. It just looks really crap.
Okay.
I'm just going on the IMDb. Film's coming out in 2015.
I know Sin City's coming out in a few months' time.
There's a few I'm looking forward to. I'm sure I've got it on my watch list and that. In fact, I'll just put Exodus, Gods and Kings. We've been talking about this, haven't we? That's
is that
Christian
December?
Bale. I don't know when it is. Oh no, it says 26th of December this year.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to that, and I like that Joel Edgerton as well.
Yeah, he was good in Warrior, and he was good in The Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby, he was fucking fantastic, and he was excellent. He was excellent in it.
What did you think of The Wolf of Wall Street?
Enjoyed it because I enjoy DiCaprio. I think he's brilliant. And I liked the story. I thought it was a fun story. Wasn't really fun.
The lead female in the film. What's she called? Margot Robbie or something?
Which one is that? The blonde one?
That's his wife in the film.
Oh yes, yeah.
She was very delightful to watch. Risky sound like a total pervert.
Dirty Davy.
But I thought the film itself lacked something. I thought it was a bit boring. It was really, really long. All of Scorsese's films are so long.
I actually, yes.
Have you seen Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
I haven't seen that yet.
That's meant to be good.
I want to see Hercules with Dwayne Johnson in.
Do I look afraid?
I am Hercules.
I am Hercules.
See, there's not much more coming out.
Yeah.
I'm more looking forward to TV shows, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Like these coming out coming back in September again, like Elementary, The Blacklists. That could be another podcast.
The Blacklist.
Talking about the TV shows, because there's loads of TV shows people should watch, need to have in their lives. Definitely. But I want to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I've seen Divergent, which I thought was okay.
Who was in that?
This new woman called Shailene Woodley.
Oh yeah, David, and yeah, Kate Winslet's in it.
Yes, and this guy called Theo James is in it. Bit of a hunk, actually.
No, for you ladies.
British guy, want to watch. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and I want to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's just
to pump more money into Disney's pockets.
Straight into the Marvel universe, you motherfucker. Right, we're gonna wrap this movie podcast up. Movie and Titanosaur.
Titanosaur plus movies.
Yeah. Okay then. Thanks very much, Ryan. You've been a beautiful co-host.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for listening, guys.
And we'll catch you guys later. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Farewell.
But don't you know that no one alive